What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. And I know, 2 videos, 2 days in a row. Is this guy picking up some steam? I don't know. We will see. Let's see how much traffic starts flowing in throughout the channel. If y'all want me to start making more videos, y'all need to help me get some traffic through here. I'm my own mercenary. I'm my own mercenary. Promote me. Help me be promoted. And I just realized I wasn't looking at the camera all that time. So it's kind of hard to take this serious anymore. But listen, lads and ladettes, yes, another video because, see, this video I've been wanting to make for some weeks, all the way back in September, maybe even in August. And this here is basically a list. And on this list, some games have come out. This list isn't in any particular order, but this is a list of things I needed to of games I wanted to mention, and this is actually on a topic of something I actually wanted to discuss. So bear with me. This may or may not be a long one, and yeah. So let's get right into it. Basically, I haven't been talking about a lot of games, and it's not just because of preference or whatever. And I should keep this channel, more open, even for things I'm not going to play. And I'm not a sheep. I have my own opinion. I got some cotton on, but I'm not a sheep. And some of these games, I'm going to say right now, you're going to probably love, and I'm probably not going to care for it. And that's okay, because maybe remember back in the day before you had an idea of how to feel about gaming or anything, you would go, oh, nah, this is whack or whatever, and a bunch of other people love it. Maybe it's just not for you, and maybe it's just not your preference. So that's what I'm actually saying. Some of these games aren't my preference, and so I am just going to talk about it and tell you, basically, it's a list of games that have come out and are coming out, and I'm going to give you my level of excitement for it. So let's start. I have my notepad here, and we are going to start discussing it. And sorry, I just shook the camera for a little bit. First of all, I want to mention Mega Man 11. Mega Man 11 gets an excitement level of a 7 because I've been a fan of Mega Man, but I've never really finished it. I think I finished one of the later X games, maybe X7, X8, and those are some of the ones probably not everybody loved. And Mega Man has always just been difficult. I don't shy away from difficulty, but when I get frustrated enough, that's it for me. Which is why I appreciate Cuphead, but I haven't even bought it. It's $20, right? I've had $20 dozens of times. It's not about the money. It's just about, do I really want to be this frustrated? I've played Dark Souls only when it was free. Never even bothered to spend my money on it. I actually did spend my money on Neo, and boy, did I regret it. I couldn't even get off the first level. Now, I enjoy some of these games once I get the hang of them, but I suck. Dead Cells, I did the same thing. I actually played Dead Cells for about a week or so, and I played really, really hard. I put maybe 20 hours into it, and I just kept dying at the first boss, basically. I forgot who he was. So I'm not a super skilled base player, which is why you don't really see fighting games that much on my channel, because I suck at fighting games. I suck at competition. I'm open to friendly competition, but I don't want to cut on the game and think, hey, let's play, and I just get waxed and play something like Tekken, and the dude trips me, and I'm juggled in a 24-hit combo after that. That's demoralizing. What I also will say while we're at it, I played the Soul Calibur 6 beta, and I did not like it. It was too much. For somebody who's just a basic fighting fan, who was a fan of Soul Calibur on the GameCube with Link, and even Soul Edge and the original Soul Calibur on Dreamcast, the super moves and all of that, I just can't anymore. I'm not big on it. And there's characters locked on disc and all. That's a whole nother video. But I'm not, like, if something's really, really hard, I'd be like, all right, this was cool, but I don't want to play it anymore. So Mega Man, I think, is a great game. I played Mega Man 11. I died, I think, before I even got to the boss. Yeah, I guess I suck, but I did enjoy it. I'm glad Mega Man has come back, and it's good for the fans. I'm not a huge fan, and this is for the people who absolutely deserve it. And I'm just happy that Capcom considered it, and they actually put out a good game because it's been getting very positive reviews. So I would like a poster or something to commemorate it. Mega Man is one of the games I remember growing up playing. Very hard, but very good game. So let's move on. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm going to put the notepad down because I'm going to have something to say. I have always appreciated Assassin's Creed. I've never finished an Assassin's Creed game, but I did appreciate it. Now, last year when Origins came out, it was a big overhaul. The game's changed. They changed the combat and other stuff from the face buttons to the shoulder buttons. And I think that was pretty cool, to resemble Dark Souls. And the combat, they started making it more RPG-ish, and it was really great. It was really good. I played it for maybe 20 to 30 hours, but then I forgot what level I got to, and it just basically just started to seem like a grind. And when I saw that they had those microtransactions, those XP boosts, and I was like, oh boy, I see where this is going. This is Ubisoft's Call of Duty. Basically, they were doing it annually for a good while. They took a break, and then Origins came out, and yeah, I thought the game was pretty great. Being a black man, good to see, the origins was in Egypt, Africa, the motherland. And so, yeah, I was really happy. And I played it, and I thought it was a really great game. The story was pretty interesting. I liked it. It appealed to me more. I played that. I played Assassin's Creed 3 and some of the other ones, but I never really got into it like I got into Origins. And I never beat Origins because I got to a certain level, and for me to do the next mission, it was like 6 or 7 levels ahead of me. And I'm like, I don't like this game enough to grind like that. And also, I just don't like how microtransactions are like, yo, man, if you want to just get through the game, let's just take this XP booster, which brings me back to Odyssey, which I'm hearing that, yes, the microtransactions are there, but people say, well, you don't have to buy them. And, that actually surprised me with somebody like Jason Schreier said, he's kind of like defending microtransactions. And Jason Schreier is one of the most brilliant journalists in the game. And, I don't always agree with anybody that I like, with anybody that, basically anybody I like or I follow their work. And this is one of them. I'm actually surprised. Microtransactions to me is pretty disgusting. When it's not just cosmetic, and sometimes the cosmetic stuff just looks so awesome, but 1, 2 outfits here and there, cool. But an XP booster, why are you going to spend all of these years and all of this time making these games, and you're going to give people the opportunity to not experience it as a whole? You're going to give them the chance and the idea. Well, you know what? That's not even a developer side. That's the publisher. But I'm not sure if Ubisoft, forgive me, I don't think they develop it in-house. If they do, then okay. But just microtransactions in it is just, why do you want to take people not to spend full time on your game? If I spend 60 hours in this, I want it to be, leveled properly. 5, 6 levels ahead for the next mission. And then I didn't even see a side mission aside. I was supposed to just randomly just go out there. So, and I understand they want you to get lost in their game, but it's just like, I mean, hold my hand a little bit. It's still a video game, and, I want to know where to go. If this isn't, maybe it's not for me, but regardless, I think you should give people the opportunity to enjoy the game, because these got people, they grind and they make these games, and they spend all of this time making this game, and you want the option to rush through these games. It's insulting, honestly. Like, it really is insulting. And so that's why I'm like not really, my excitement level for Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a 7, by the way, because it dramatically changed. The game is just changing, and it doesn't seem like as much of an assassin, like how it was back in the day. But, everything should always evolve and change. And it's a welcome change. The gameplay is fun. I like the way the combat, and I've seen videos of people getting Sparta kicked off the cliff and stuff like that. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's pretty awesome. And I would eventually play it, but I don't want to straight up buy it. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But I don't want to front and be like, yo, I'm excited. I'm going to play this, and knowing I'm not going to finish the game. I'll play it. I'll borrow it from a friend. And hopefully I can borrow it from a friend. And I'll probably just play 10 hours, 15 hours. I'm like, oh, this is cool. But if it really feels that much greater, and I actually don't mind getting lost in this world, despite the microtransactions, fine. But there are so many other games that have come out that I haven't finished, even touched or bought, and games that have yet to come out between now and February and March and everything of next year. So I don't think I have a chance to get back to it, because even though they're going to support this Odyssey all the way through next year, and then 2020 we're going to get a new one, and I really think that's going to be next gen. Conversation for another time. Maybe eventually I'll get to it, but my excitement is a 7. I think it's still a pretty great looking game. I think it still looks pretty fun, but it's not a must buy for me. This was, but we'll get back to that. Actually, no, we won't get back to that, because this was actually next on the list. My excitement level for Starlink was a 10, because I followed up, and some of these Toys to Life games back in the day seemed really interesting. I just didn't like the way how they were. Like, it was a different mount with the Skylanders games. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And Disney Infinity, I believe, wasn't for me either, because they had the similar setup. But this is on your controller, and I think this is pretty awesome. And Who doesn't like Star Fox? Who doesn't like spaceships? And you could put the spaceships on the controller. It seems cumbersome, but it's not. You look down, this cool thing is in your hand. It's awesome. You can collect it. And when I have more space, I'll be able to display these things. I'm probably going to buy all the ships. Not all the pilots. I'll probably get the pilots digitally, but I'll get all of the ships and just have them in my background. I think it's awesome. They don't cost that much. I believe they cost $12.99 US dollars. And that's pretty awesome. But I like ship games. I like outer space games, flying games. I'm not an Ace Combat fan, but I like these kind of games. Star Fox has always been fun to me and stuff like that, but I never really got a chance to enjoy a Star Fox game. Like, I've played Star Fox. I played most of them, but this is the most I've ever really used them. I actually have Star Fox, I think, Assault, and I actually just came across that game last year. That was on the GameCube, and that game was awesome. The controls were a little tight when you're on foot, but it was pretty good. But I'm glad I get to Nintendo Switch. I'm a Nintendo Switch fan, and I travel a lot between work and home, of course. And I wanted something new to play on my Nintendo Switch, and you get extra missions, and you get Star Fox and the R-Wing. I thought it was just a huge win, and I think it's awesome on the part of Nintendo and Ubisoft. And it's funny, I was just trashing Ubisoft, but when you're good, you're good. When you're bad, you're bad. I'm gonna talk about you regardless, unless you're EA, because y'all stay getting me tight, son. Anyway, Starlink is. I like this kind of world, the aliens. It was what No Man's Sky should have been, what a lot of people saying. And all right, that's fine. I'm glad No Man's Sky wasn't that, because this is what Starlink is. You know what I'm saying? So I like the beautiful worlds, and I'm still only very, very early in the game. I haven't been to enough different planets to see how different they are, how much they look, and how the story is developing. But they seem to have put a good quality, amount of quality work in here, and I'm going to be enjoying it for the next 18 to 20 hours, maybe. So hopefully, I'm also playing something else on the other systems. And yeah, maybe I'll make a mixer. I want to tell you guys, I will maybe make a mixer once I have enough time. And I will definitely provide that inside my descriptions. And yeah, once again, as you can see, I was excited for Starlink. I'm playing it currently right now. My Nintendo Switch is on, waiting, and it's actually calling me. I actually stopped watching anime, but I'm going to be playing Starlink for the duration of the night and the coming weekend. And I'm really excited. And that's enough of Starlink. And let's just move on. And before I say anything else, I want to say that y'all may or may not hate me for this. Like I said, I may be wearing cotton, but I'm not a sheep. I formulate my own opinion, and I'll keep it real with you. I am not excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. That's right. Get your pitchforks, your swords, your knives, your torches. I'm sorry. I have my own opinion because, you see, I played the very first one. I thought it was a pretty good game, but I didn't really get too far into it because it didn't interest me. People are going to go, oh my God, how does he not like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Redemption in general? It's the same people that made the GTA franchise. Newsflash. I'm not really a fan of GTA either. Now y'all gonna probably be like, Sacre bleu! How could he? Not a big fan. I think these games are great. I like what they do. I love the community around it. And everything you can do is just not for me. It's not that I don't like open world games. I guess I'm just very selective. Just for instance, I absolutely love Horizon Zero Dawn. Didn't finish it. I bought the game twice. Got it the first time. Oh, this is great. And then I just gave it to a friend. Right? And then I got it a second time for like Christmas when it was the Game of the Year edition. I don't think that's what it was called, but that version of it. Played it even further. Still didn't finish it. I don't even have it anymore. I traded it in to GameStop. I have nothing against the game. It's just every time I get it, I stop playing it, love it, and then something that piques my interest more just comes about, and it's just like, I'm not playing this game. I don't have it. I'm not playing this game. Let me just trade it and reap the benefits of it now while it's worth something. So maybe I should just buy it digitally when I get a chance. So that means it's right there. It's in my face. I can't keep ignoring it, but it'll probably just build up on my hard drive, and I'll always have it. I kind of not a big fan of buying things digitally because you don't really have it. Have it. I like to have the game physically. But Red Dead, I think it's going to be a great game. I actually posted on my Instagram about the whole horse testicles shrinking when it gets cold. I like the fact that they throw in these hilarious little details that don't seem to matter, but really matters when you're putting it together. That's just letting them know. It's like, as artists, they care. Just little, small details. That's what you call charm. That's why I love a lot of Nintendo games so much, especially with Zelda, where they can slide freaking penis jokes into Zelda and without anybody even noticing. And I see it on YouTube, but it's like, but regardless, I like Red Dead. You can basically grow a beard just by not shaving and stuff like that. You have to take care of people. It seems like it's a bit much. I'll probably look up some gameplay. I might even rent it, borrow it from a friend, something eventually, and probably put some coverage on the channel. But don't really hold your breath on this, lads and ladettes. I will definitely say this. I'm sorry if you are a fan of this game and you were looking for me to play it here. I apologize for letting you down, but I don't want to put out false hope here. I don't want to put out any lies. I think it's going to be a brilliant game and awesome. It's just not for me. And I will be looking forward to doing more coverage on it if anything else arises. And I'll be looking into it. I'll be paying attention to it closely as well as you lads and ladettes. And if you're still here after I said all that, thank you. Thank you for your patience. This list goes on for a little while longer. Okay, maybe a lot longer. Who knows? Okay, so now Forza Horizon 4. I didn't really care that much. It was a level 7, but I was curious. I don't really like the realistic racing simulation games. Now, a lot of people say this is a bit more arcadey, and I was like, all right. But then I have Xbox Game Pass. I played that game for 20 minutes or so. So I cut it on, and within like the first 45 seconds, I hit a puddle, and I have a 4K TV, and I have an Xbox One X. I hit a puddle and lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, lo and behold, I was still playing, and then suddenly the wall was disappearing because I was running through it, just messing up my car, just going through it because I was so awestruck by the beauty of the countryside over there in the UK. I don't want to be wrong, but I know it's not in the US, so I apologize to whoever's watching. Don't be offended, please. But it's a beautiful, beautiful game, beautiful area. I might actually join back in, but I suck. I suck at the driving. It's not Mario Kart. It's not Burnout. I can't drive like that for real. Like I've had a car. Like I know how I have my license. I can drive, but that's different. I've never played Gran Turismo because I just don't like that kind of game. But I played it. I'm always one of those I'll give it a fair chance kind of guys, but I gave Forza Horizon a fair chance because it was free, and I just, wow, this is actually awesome. So I might actually try it, but when I decide to quit, don't be mad at me. Seriously. Let me move on. So as you may have seen, I've been playing Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. My excitement level was on about an 8 because, once again, I loved the anime back in the day. It was the first anime I've ever seen. And I like the fact that it's just basically Bruce Lee crossed with Mad Max. And I don't think anybody realized that, but that's pretty much what it is if you look at it. It's awesome. It's exaggerated. It's very fun. And I played 5 or 6 hours or so. And rightfully so, I was right to be excited. Hopefully I can go back to it and finish it because, jeez, it just came out in such a bad time. It's fall. It's fall, man. It came out after Spider-Man. And granted, I beat Spider-Man right before I got the game, but still. Oh, also, remember when I had that $40 just left in my PSN and I didn't know what to get? I added $20 to that, and that's how I got Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. Nobody recommended anything to me. Nothing that I didn't have already, and I thought y'all was looking out, man. I'm looking out for y'all here, bringing y'all some content. Why y'all not looking out for me? Let me move on. So, Mario Party came out. My excitement level was a 4. I'm not big on these party games because I don't play with a lot of people a lot of times. This game is triggered mostly towards family and children who have friends over. Not saying I don't have friends because I'm dope, dude. Anyway, not saying I don't have friends, but yeah, nobody just comes over to play Mario Party. I don't have instances where I play party games like that, multiplayer games like this, which is why I love single player games. I don't even play online that much. It depends on the game. But yeah, I wasn't really excited for Mario Party. Not saying there's anything wrong with the game or whatever. I just haven't had the people to play it with. So yeah, moving on. So once again, I'm an anime fan, and the top anime right now, well, maybe at least in my opinion, is My Hero Academia. Patiently waiting on season 4. Have not seen the movie. I can shamefully say that. And I will be seeing the movie as soon as I possibly can. But My Hero One's Justice comes out next week. I think the same day as Red Dead. That's kind of dumb, but that's the biggest game of the year and possibly game of the year, you know. But, you know, it's a different niche crowd. Some people who might like JRPGs or anime fighting games might not like Red Dead. So I'm planning on getting My Hero One's Justice, of course, on the Switch. But I have said before, I suck at fighting games, and it's really a fighting game, but it seems like there's a bit more strategy you can throw into there. Kind of the ARMS fighting, from ARMS, the fighting camera, similar to the Naruto games too as well. I think it's going to be pretty cool, but I want to see what more YouTubers especially think about it, and I want to see more gameplay. But I love the anime. I would love to play the game, and I'm interested. I'm greatly interested, but I'm a little reluctant on it. Moving on. Now, in just a few weeks, Diablo 3 comes to the Nintendo Switch, and there is some Ganondorf content. Well, a Ganondorf skin. There's 4 players locally and online. I've purchased this game like 3 times. I will be purchasing it a 4th time, because this time I will finish it. I don't understand what's wrong with me buying games and not finishing them across multiple platforms. Maybe I just like the game. Maybe I just, look, shut up. I am going to get Diablo 3, and hopefully some of my friends are going to get it too, so I can play with them. I like the grind and the demon killing, and just, it's fun. It's fun, all right? My excitement level was a 9. That's it. Let's move on. Super Smash. My excitement level was a 9, but it's an iffy 9. Like, it's just saying, I gotta have Smash because everybody has Smash. And when I finally get around people, they're gonna want to play Smash. But I play Smash, and I do really enjoy it. I own the Wii U version, and I even own the 3DS version just because I had to. And it's a fighting game. I suck. Simple. A party fighting game. I suck. Granted, I had one pretty solid match in the Wii U version with my friend. He really, really tried me. And I showed him who the real elite was here, you know, buddy? So, I'm excited. I'm getting it day one. The controller, the steel case, you know how I get down. I want all of that. I want it all, man. I want it all. Moving on. Pokemon Let's Go. My excitement level is about a 5-6 because I kind of don't even care about Pokemon that much, but I really do at the same time because it's a Nintendo exclusive franchise. And I don't want to have to use motion though. I don't. I'm interested, but I'm not. I want to see enough people play it because I think I played Sun and Moon, the Sun and Moon game, and I thought it was pretty good. Didn't finish it. I played maybe 5 hours of it, 6 hours of it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Made a whole huff with a friend. Yo, let me get a good Pokemon. Give me a strong Pokemon after hunting them down for like a week or two. And he gives me the Pokemon. I don't use it. I don't do it. I just stop playing it. So I'm not even going to sit here. I'm just going to be real with myself. I'm not going to waste my money on stuff that's probably fairly good, but I'm not going to play it because it just doesn't pique my interest. You know what? Here's what I'll do. This is part 1 of games to come, and I'm excited about it. I'm going to split this because I think I'm about to run out of footage on my phone, and I'm going to post this. This is just part 1, and I will bring you lads and ladettes part 2. Part 2 isn't going to be as beefy as part 1. It's going to be a lot shorter, but I appreciate it. It's almost 24 minutes now, and you have stuck with me. Hopefully you lads and ladettes came through. You know, some people are getting comfortable with my long videos. Do you like my shorter videos or my longer videos? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me end this, lads and ladettes. Thank you for watching once again. This video is finito.